Badr Soma, Happiness and Health Coach, and today I would like to talk about cleanliness. They say cleanliness is next to godliness, but I say cleanliness is godliness. In order to be happy and healthy in our life, we have to clean ourselves on all levels, internally, externally, and what we take into our body and system and what we put out into the world as well. So there are four types: external, intake, output, and internal. So on the external, obviously cleaning the body, showering, brushing the teeth, looking neat, and wearing clean clothes and all that. And the second type is cleaning our surroundings, so our home, our workplace, our room, and that basically reflects our internal cleanliness. If on the inside we're clean, then on the outside we will also be clean, and vice versa. So decluttering our space, our room, and keeping it clean and organized will help with keeping our thoughts clear and our mind clear as well. The third type is the diet. So obviously if you're living, if you're sitting in your room, you're not going to throw garbage in the room just like that. So similarly, why do we throw garbage into our body? So that's something to think about, because whatever we put into our body will reflect in our consciousness. So the purity of the food determines the purity of our consciousness. So vegetarian, plant-based diet, organic, and not taking any substances or drugs is great. Most people know what is a healthy diet. Moving on. The next type of cleanliness is the intake of not just food, but what we see with our eyes, number 4, and number 5 with our ears. So a lot of recent Hollywood movies are, there's a lot of sex and violence and TV shows, and there's a lot of fear in the news and a lot of negativity. So all of that, we're taking it in, and also low vibration music, which affects our consciousness and how we feel about ourselves and about life. So it's best to hear spiritual vibrations, beautiful music, and surround ourselves with loving, supportive people instead of toxic people who will bring us down. And now for the output is what we put out in the world. So whatever we put out will come back to us. This is the law of karma. So there's the cleanliness of the tongue and the genitals. So the tongue means being honest and being authentic and speaking our truth, and also the genitals means being loyal to one partner and maintaining that sexual purity, because we don't want to contaminate others and ourselves with thoughts or words that are impure, because that will also come back to us. And the fourth type of cleanliness, which is number 8 and 9, the most subtle, is the cleanliness of or purity of the mind and the heart. So the mind and the heart are reservoirs of things that we have taken in, and also they can we can emit thoughts and feelings from our mind and heart. So to purify the mind and heart is a bit more complicated. It takes time, because there are a lot of what we call samskaras, or impressions from the past, of things that we've taken in the past, and habits that are lodged deeply in our subconscious, and 95% of behavior is subconscious. So in order to have a clear mind, we also need to declutter our space, and also declutter our mind, and not overthink and ruminate. And so things like silent meditation, mantra meditation are great for that. And for purifying the heart, we need to purify our intentions and purify our desires as well. So there are several ways of cleaning our system, and obviously taking a shower and decluttering our space, but also being in nature. So the elements really help, like being on the beach or with the trees, with the wind and the fire, the sun, and swimming in the lake or in the sea. These are all ways to ground and cleanse our system. And to cleanse the mind, there's yoga, there's silent meditation, and the heart. Well, nothing works better than chanting the names of God. So sometimes it may seem that we're going through a period where we're suffering, but that's because we are cleaning ourselves. And so that's like when you want to clean your room, sometimes it gets dirtier before it gets clean. So suffering is also purification, and it all leads to a state of awareness of how to stop the suffering, unless we don't learn the lesson. So consciousness and awareness will help with purifying our life, and purity is happiness. So I wish you a wonderful, pure day. Hare Krishna.